ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। गीता ध्यान। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं वहते। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनवर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः, देवाय तस्मै नमः। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्.
Thank you, madam. Blessed are the listeners to such a beautiful prayer. Namaskar to everybody. Which shloka we have to start today? If my memory is right, I have to go to 10th one.
Correct, Gurugale. Houdu.
Thank you. Krishna told us a beautiful objectivity that we have to follow. We must be able to put ourselves out from the behavior of all activities that we do as if it is going on by itself, by nature. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tatveto pashyan, shunvan, sprushyan, jigran, ashnan, gachan, chopan, shwasan, pralapan, visarjan, grunam, unmishan napi, indriyan, indriyarteshu vartante tidaren. Those were the two beautiful shlokas you underlined last week. And we have to go to the next one. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tektva karutiha. Krishna's major advice is dedicate all that you do to me and be relaxed. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tektva karutiha. Do your duty without attachment. Perform only for Brahma. Do it without attachment. If you do that, lipyate nasapapena padvapatra mevambasa. If you can offer all you do to God and relax, you will not bound by the papa like the lotus leaf. A beautiful example given by Krishna. You have seen lotus. Lotus grows in water, particularly in a pond. Its leaves are so beautiful, even though the water is there in the pond, leaf until its death, it will not touch the water. You can see the drops of water floating in air on a lotus leaf. What a beautiful example given by Krishna for us to live. Live like a lotus feet in water, a lotus leaf in water. Padmapatra, underline that. That's a beautiful example. And one of the best that Krishna gives us to follow. Lipete nasapapena padmapatra. One who can offer all that he has done at the feet of Brahman, having done everything without being attached to it, Sangam tektva karotiha, that man, lipyate nasapapena. That man is not tainted with papa, like Padmapatra Mevambasa. As a Padmapatra doesn't taint with the water, in the pond in which it is growing where it has to die, but still doesn't touch the water until its death. And when it dies naturally, it gets melted back into the water. We all know that. But as long as it has life, it won't allow the water to touch it. Here is a beautiful example for us to try if we can manage this. Padmapatra Mevambasa is a great example. You can underline that one. I think we can recite. Brahmanyadaya karmani.
Brahmanyadaya karmani.
Sangam tektva karotiyaha.
Sangam tektva karotiyaha.
Lipyate nasapapena.
Lipyate nasapapena.
Padmapatramivambasa.
Padmapatramivambasa.
Brahmanyadaya karmani.
Brahmanyadaya karmani.
Sangam tektva karotiyaha.
Sangam tektva karotiyaha.
Lipyate nasapapena.
Lipyate nasapapena.
Padmapatramivambasa.
padmapatramivambhasa.
One thing all of us can be surprised is the logical consistency of Bhagavad Gita shloka after shloka. The next shloka is such a wonderful continuation of the previous one. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalair indriyerapi. We do all our actions with kaya, manasa, buddhya, indriya. Beautifully explained. Whatever we do with our body, mind, buddhi, just the sense organs, yogina karma kurvanti sangam tektva atma shuddhaye. Yogis do their karma with kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya or indriyerapi. They do it only for atma shuddhaye. Detached they do to purify themselves. What beautiful. Yeah, so we have to work for our purification. That's what Krishna is telling us in this shloka. We do actions with all this, which he explains, kaya. See, Bhagavad Gita is not difficult when we look at these things with whatever is your Indian language. Kaya, you know, body. Manasa, you all know. Whatever language you are, you know it is mind. Buddhya. And here is a small analysis, Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, etc. In Shastras, we will take it as one. Kevalair Indriya, or with our senses of action, senses of seeing, five senses of, 5 organs of action and 5 organs of action. Yogina karma puranti. Yogis do their duties without attachment, sangam tektva. Then why do they do it? Atma shuddhaye. To purify themselves, they do the action. To get pure before they leave their body, they do all their actions. He explained earlier also, Janakadaya, with example of Janaka, they did it for Lok Sangraha. Offer it Yagnashishta, he told us earlier. Do all your duty, offer it back to God, and whatever comes back, accept it as Yagnashishta or Prasada of the Yajna. Now he says, do the work for Atma Shuddhi, purifying yourselves. I think we can recite. Kayena manasa buddhya
Kayena manasa buddhya
kevalairindrayairapi
kevalairindriyapi
yogina karma kurvanti
yogina karma kurvanti
sangam tektva atma shuddhaye.
sangam tektva atma suddhaye.
Kayena manasa buddhya
Kayena manasa buddhya
kevalairindrayairapi
kevalairindriyairapi
yogina karma kurvanti
yogina karma kurvanti
sangam tektva atma shuddhaye.
sangam tektva atma suddhaye.
In the previous shloka, he gave us a beautiful phrase, work, be like a Padmapatra. And here he says, do your action for Atma Shuddhi. These are some of the things we will refer back to these shlokas whenever we go ahead. That is to the next chapters also. You have to remember them, underline them so that you can remember. Yukta karma palam tekto shanti maapnoti naistikam. After saying this, he says, a man who does like this, a man who acts like a Padmapatra, man who only does everything for Atma Shuddhi, man who offers all that he has done at the feet of God and relaxes, he gets Shanti. Shanti maapnoti naistikim. Naistikim means Shanti maapnoti naistikim. He karma yogi, he gets a perfect Shanti of life, peace of life. The philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, when we have come to it, it must ultimately give us a relaxed way of living. We must be able to see that it is helping us to relax. So, you will be free from all your problems. Yukta karma palam tektva. Yukta means a man who understands all this. Naiva kinchit karomiti started from there. This is the concluding shloka of Naiva, starting from Naiva kinchit karomiti. Tyaktva shanti mapno naistikim. He gets the greatest shanti. But the next line is there, you see. Ayukta kamakarena pale sakto nibhadyate. That also underlined. One who doesn't follow this is bound by every action of his. That will become karma, that will have its residue, that will make him to be reborn and to suffer, and so on. All will start for ayukta. One who doesn't understand. You can underline that ayukta kamakarena. Yukta, he will be relieved. Ayukta, there are two words in the beginning of the shloka. Yukta in the first line, ayukta in the second line. Yukta means a man who knows the truth. Ayukta is a man who doesn't understand of what Krishna says to me and you. So ayukta does everything for a definite purpose, and therefore he will be bound. He will have his karmas, he will have his suffering, he will have his rebirths, and so on and so forth. But yukta, pale sakto, shanti mapnoti naistikim. He gets perfect shanti of life. Perfect shanti, peaceful life. It's just a play to be alive for him. We are pained a lot in life, but this man, it's just a play. He goes on acting, offers back into God, always relaxed, even at the time of death. That is the beauty of a man who knows the truth and a man who doesn't know the truth. And again, we come back to our old examples of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Shivkumar Swamiji, Siddheshwar Swamiji, and so on and so forth. There are hundreds of them. You can have some of them also. So they will not be bound by their duties. That's Atmajnanis. I think we can recite. Yukta karma palam tektva.
Yukta karma phalam tyaktva.
Shanti mapnoti naistikim.
Shanti mapnoti naistikim.
Ayukta kamakarena.
Ayukta kamakarena.
Pale sakto nibhadyate.
Pale sakto nibhadyate.
Yukta karma palam tektva.
Yukta karma phalam tyaktva.
Shanti mapnoti naistikim.
Shanti mapnoti naistikim.
Ayukta kamakarena.
Ayukta kamakarena.
Pale sakto nibhadyate.
Pale sakto nibhadyate.
And pale sakto nibhadyate is a small two words you can understand. Those who are interested in the outcome of karma are always bound by the karma. When they do it, offer at the feet of God, relax, whatever comes, take as prasad, they are not bound by their karmas. That's it. Sarva karmani manasa sanyastyaste sukamoshi navadvare pure dehi nayo puronna karen. Another beautiful example. I think most of you have been living in your own houses, whether it is in India or outside. Here is a reference of a house. The house is nothing but our body. And it is a rented house. An agreement for, say, 100 years. Some 5-10 years up and down. Then we are to leave this house. That house is the body of ours. And he says it has Navadvara. There are 9 doors for this house. 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 holes in the ears, 1 in the mouth. Down, there are 2 more. So we are all in a body of 9 doors. Navadvare pure dehi naya kurvan nakaren. But one who can offer all that he can do to cosmic consciousness or God or whatever he calls, he lives very happily in this rented house. Pale sakto nibhadyate, as he said earlier, Navadvare pure dehi naya kurvan nakaren. Sarvakarmani manasa sanyastasya sukham vashi. Offer all that you do peacefully at the feet of the cosmic consciousness and be peaceful. Navadware pure dehi. Even when you are in this house of 9 doors, you will not be doing anything, nor will be getting anything done. Naiva kurunna karena. Nor causing anything, nor doing anything, you will be so relaxed. Bhagavad Gita ought to give us a relaxation in life. I usually say one thing in many classes. We go on tourism, searching for peace. So we go to some other ashrama for some time, and we try to see whether we can get peace of mind and so on. And we are disappointed later, and we come back. So this will not end at all. Where does this end? For me, at least I would say, when you have come to Bhagavad Gita, it will be the end of your spiritual search. Whatever you get, you can get in Bhagavad Gita. If it is not there, we may not get it anywhere at all. But everything is there which we already know. So it gives such a happy experience that you have got your ultimate destination to know what you do, what you should do, what you should not do. King karma, kima karmeti, kavya petra mohita. Karma, what is akarma, what is vikarma, everything is explained, and you get the picture of what is to be done, what is not to be done here. And a relaxed life is possible for a man who comes to Bhagavad Gita. That is why I say your spiritual search will stop with Bhagavad Gita. You have come to the highest, and therefore no more searching. Whatever you get, you can get here. Therefore, go through it again and again. If you have still a confusion, pray God and read Bhagavad Gita once again. Pray God and read it again. Lifetime reading will make you a perfect human being, I hope. Sarva karmani manasa sanyastasya sukamoshi. This man dwelling in the body offers everything, sanyasyaste sukamoshi, at the feet of God, and sukamoshi. He will be very relaxed. Navadware puredehi, though he is in the body of 9 doors, naiva kurvan nakarayan, he will not be doing anything at all. He is absolutely free within this body of 9 doors. Free doesn't mean that he doesn't do, but he does. Offers back to God. Offers back. That's all. It's not telling us to be inactive. He is asking Arjuna to fight back. He is asking us to do our jobs wherever we are. Whatever we have been doing, if it is socially good, it is good for the society, we must continue that. But still be relaxed like a sannyasi, offer it back to God and be relaxed. Sarva karmani manasa sannyastasya sukamush. All karmas are dedicated, offered back in sannyasa to God, and he will be very peaceful inside. Navadware puredehi nayopuranna karan. Though he is in this body of 9 doors, he is not doing anything, not causing anybody else to act. So he is absolutely a free man. That is a possibility which Krishna is telling to Arjuna, who is a warrior. When it is possible for a warrior like Arjuna, our jobs are really simple. You must be able to do it better. I think we can recite. Sarva karmani manasa.
Sarva karmani manasa.
Sanyasyaste sukham vashi.
Sanyasyaste sukham vashi.
Navadware pure dehi.
Navadware pure dehi.
Naiva kurvanna karayan.
Naiva kurvanna karayan.
Sarva karmani manasa.
Sarva karmani manasa.
Sanyasyaste sukham vashi.
Sanyasyaste sukham vashi.
Navadware pure dehi.
Navadware pure dehi.
Naiva kurvanna karayan.
नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन्.
That Navadware is an interesting term. You can underline that. What are the Navadwaras? I already told. There are 9 holes in our body. 2 eyes, nostrils 2, ears 2, mouth 1. Down below there are 2 more. Altogether 9. So they close. All of us have only 9 doors in our body. We are living in that body. It's a temporary one. We all know that one day or the other, whether we like it or not, we have to live it. However much you love it, you can't be here permanently. When the time is out, simply go. So he will be very relaxed. He who offers back what all he has done to God with his Navadware, as if he doesn't do anything, he does everything, still feels as if he has not done anything because he offers it back to God. Nakartrutvam nakarmani lokasya sriti prabhu nakarma palaso samyogam swabhavastu pravartate. Continuing, Krishna says, Atman or Brahman or God, whoever you call, nakartrutvam nakarmani lokasya sriti prabhu, creates neither doership nor action. Prabhu means the self or Atman or God or Brahman, whatever you call. Nakarma palasamyogam swabhavastu pravartate. All karmas happen according to the swabhava of the human being. He is not worried about it. So, Atman creates neither doership nor the action for any person, nor the connection with the result of the action, but one's own nature leads to the action. This he has said many times. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Sattoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, which are mixed in each one of us, they will make us work. And we have got many working areas. Naiva Kinchet Karomiti Shloka, he told so many, 20 or 21, I don't remember the exact count, are the actions that are done by different parts. And here, Atman doesn't need any of these things. If you can understand that, you are relaxed. Atman creates neither doership of action, nor has the connection with the results of the action. But one's own nature leads to the action. The gunas in us leads to the action. And we are not guna, we are the seers, not the doers. That's the simple explanation. We are the seers in each one of us, not the doers. But we think we are the doers, there is the trouble. When we think that we are the seers, I think I gave you the example of a CCTV camera. It takes all pictures. It sees everything that goes on. Objective, perfectly objective. Not bothered whether they are beating each other, whether they are loving each other. Nothing, it makes no difference at all. That this man settled in Atman will be like that. Things are going on in the body according to their karma. Even them, he offers back to God, and he will be absolutely relaxed man, not even worried about his own death or his own troubles. That is the greatest thing that Krishna has been telling us. Nakartrutvam nakarmani lokasya sriti prabhu. Prabhu means the doer, the creator, self, Atman, Brahman. He doesn't impose any karma, and nakartrutvam nakarmani. He doesn't impose any karma, he doesn't say anything to do to anybody. Nakarma palasamyogam. He doesn't want even the results of your karma palasamyoga. The body is acting according to its nature. Its nature of sattva-guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. Nature you can write there, sattva, rajo, tama. They are the 3 gunas that we have. So body does action. Sometimes we are happy. The observer must see only that happiness. Sometimes we are unhappy. The observer sees that he is unhappy. As I gave you the examples of CCTV camera, you are not the doer of the action, but the seer of the action. If you can settle at the seer's level, you know the Atmajnana. That's the beautiful thing that Krishna is telling us to follow. I think we can recite. Na kartrutvam na karmani
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि
lokasya sriti prabhu
लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः
na karma pala samyogam
न कर्मफलसंयोगं
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि
न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि
लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः
लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः
न कर्म फल संयोगम
न कर्मफलसंयोगं
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतम् एवो. God doesn't want any of the things, good things that we do. He doesn't want the bad also. He doesn't want. Our papa he doesn't take. Our punya also he doesn't take. Ajnanin avartam jnanam. That's another wonderful statement by Krishna to Arjuna and told us. Our jnana is hidden with ajnana. This ignorance goes, enlightenment is already there in each one of us. The problem of ignorance is that ignorance dies, everybody is ajnani. Ajnane navartam jnanam tena mukhyanti jantavaha. Because of that, the living beings are deluded. Tena, second line you underline that. Ajnane navartam jnanam. Jnana is covered with ajnana, and that deludes living beings. More so, human beings. Referring to us, it deludes us. God doesn't want it. Now that he doesn't want our papa or punya or anything, he doesn't want our punya nor papa. Ajnanena avartam jnanam. Jnana is covered with ajnana. Tena mukhyanti jantuha. When ajnana disappears, jnana is already there. Here is an interesting thing. We have closed our eyes to jnana, and we say that we are in the dark, we are in the dark, we are in the dark. Only thing is, we needed to open the eye and see that we are in the light. That is jnana. It is a simple thing like closing our eyes and opening. When we are bound, we are in ajnana. When we are free, we are in jnana. Ajnanena avartam jnanam tena mukhyanti jantoha. Jnana is covered with ajnana. By that, the living beings are deluded. We begin to feel we want this, we can't see, we are not happy with whatever we are having, we want some more thing for us to be happy, and so on and so forth. The world begins, and it will never allow us to be peaceful. When we can cultivate this behavior, which Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Krishna is telling that it is possible for Arjuna who is in the war field, could be possible for us also. That's why we have been going through. So Krishna says, I don't want your papa or punya. What does he want? It is ajnanena avartam jnanam. Jnana is covered with ajnana. Tena mukhyanti jantuvaha. Jantuvaha means living beings. Living beings are deluded by this ajnana. It's another wonderful shloka. He is saying about this jnana hereafter. Let's recite. Nadatte kaschadit papam
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं
na chaiva sukritam vibhuः
न चैव सुकृतं विभुः
ajnanena avartam jnanam
अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं
tena mukhyanti jantavaha.
तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः
Nadatte kaschadit papam
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं
na chaiva sukritam vibhuः
न चैव सुकृतं विभुः
ajnanena avartam jnanam
अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं
tena mukhyanti jantavaha.
तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः.
And the same thing he puts it in other words. Jnanena tu tada jnanam yesham nashinam atmana. For whose ajnana has been removed by jnana, Tesham aditya jnanam prakashati tatparam. He becomes a bright man like sun. There is what's called an aura in each one of us. And we say in great people like saints, they will have a wonderful aura. It is said some people, when they went to Ramana Maharshi with a lot of questions, when his eye looked at his eyes, all things that they wanted to ask just disappear. In that aura, you will not be having. We all have an aura, for that matter. More knowledgeable we become, our aura will also grow. That's what is generally said. Sir, can we have any way of finding it? In the olden days, they used to keep the thermometer either here or under your tongue to find out the temperature. Now they have got a machine they bring it near your forehead. They don't touch it. When they go nearby, it will tell the temperature of the man. That is, your heat is going out of your body, so is the light. You will have a wonderful light when you are an Atmajnani. Like sun, he says. Like sun. That's why we think those great seers can solve our problems. They don't make an advertisement on TV or radio and other things. Somehow when there is a jnani, you are attracted towards them. You go there, fall at their feet and get enlightened. All these things are happening. That's exactly what Krishna is telling. Jnanena tu tada jnanam yesham nashinam atmanaha. Whereas for those whose ignorance of the self is destroyed by knowledge, when jnana happens, ignorance will disappear. The knowledge reveals that Brahman, like sun reveals the objects. That man will be a bright shining man. Jnanena tu tada jnanam yesham nashinam atmana. Underline that shloka also. That's a beautiful one. Those men whose ignorance has gone because of the jnana, tesham aditya jnanam prakashit tatparam. They shine like Surya. They shine like sun. Sir, can we see this? I can say that you can. With some years of practice, sitting at such people is itself a bliss. First person whom I saw and who is called an Atmajnani was U.G. Krishnamurti. Not J. Krishnamurti, U.G. Krishnamurti. When as a student I was associated with that man. He used to come to Sringeri, to my principal's house, Dr. K.B. Ramakrishna's house. He was also from Andhra Pradesh. This man used to come there some occasionally. After that, when we moved to Mysore for our MA, then also he used to come there. He never told anything to do, but sitting with him was a pleasant experience. People from far off land used to come to sit with him to get that beautiful way of sitting with him. Many CEOs of companies used to be there when he was in Bangalore. He never taught anything. But sitting with him itself was that. That is, what's it called? Tesha Aditya Jnanam. That is the Aditya Jnanam Prakashati. Like Aditya, they shine. When the Jnana happens, in a few will shine like sun. That is what Krishna is telling Arjuna and to us also. I think we can recite that. Jnanena tu tada jnanam.
Jnanena tu tada jnanam.
Yesham nashitam atmanaha.
Yesham nashitam atmanaha.
Tesham aditya vajnanam.
तेषाम् आदित्यवत् ज्ञानं
prakashayati tatparam
प्रकाशयति तत्परम्
jnanena tu tadajnanam
ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं
yesham nashitam
येषां नाशितमात्मनः
tesham adityavajnanam
तेषाम् आदित्यवत् ज्ञानं
prakashayati tatparam.
प्रकाशयति तत्परम्.
So tad buddhaya, get that knowledge. Tad means that. That means Atman. Atman or Brahman or whatever it is. Tad buddhaya, know that. Tad Atmanam. You consider that as the Atman. Tad nishtat parayana. Be dedicated to that. The parayana of that Atmajnana. Gacchantya panaravartim jnana nirbhuta kalvashaha. When a man, people who know this, will not come back to this life again. Apunaravartim, second line, first word. Apunaravartim is to come back to, not to come back to the earth again. I told you many times, in the concept of Indian philosophy, whether it's Jainism or Buddhism or Hinduism, there is what is called rebirth for each one of us. When does it end? When we reach a state which is set by these different spiritual leaders, Mahaviras, Buddha, or our spiritual leaders, it ends when we get enlightened. So there will be no need to be born again. That is the mukti. Stitva syamanta kalepi brahma nirvana prachati. That is what we read in Sthita Prajna Lakshana. What happens to them? He goes back to that cosmic consciousness from which he came. So wherever he came, he gets back. And there is no need to be born again and again at all. That's it, he says. Gacchantya punaravrittim. One who knows this, one who has the Atmajnana, will not be reborn. Sir, can we worship them in the form of Ramakrishna, Ramana Maharsha, after knowing that they are enlightened, they are not going to be reborn? Yes, you can. We are not speaking about a God who is not capable of coming to you in those forms. As he is all-powerful, your God can appear to you in the form which you like. If it is Ramana, okay, he can come again. If it is Ramakrishna, okay. If it is Rama, fine. Durgi, fine. He came to Ramakrishna in the form of Kali, fine. Ramana, he came in the form of Shiva. All things are fine. Your deity, your God is the great expression of that cosmic consciousness for you, that he can come to you in that form. Tad buddhaya tadatmanam. Those whose intellect is awake to that means Atman. That is Atman. For whom the self is that, who are committed only to that Brahman. Tannishta, tatparayana, always being in that tatparayana, gacchantya panaravartim. Those people will not come back again. Jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Because they are purified by jnana, they will not be reborn again. They will not be reborn again because they get purified by their jnana. Here is a thing that we have to know, that there is something beyond what we have been feeling. Some experience. The spirituality is a matter of experience. No two great leaders had the same experience in life. But still, there is something common in all of them. There is some experience where they feel they are absolutely relaxed and free and go on living, helping others. So we must accept that type of living is possible. If you have seen one, it's very well and good. If you haven't seen one, I think I gave you many times the example of Sakraya Patna. So he was said that he was in body, but still he could speak about so many things. That happened in the past, that would happen in the future, and so on and so forth. Not that he was a foreteller. That's by jnana they did. That is possible. That type of existence, if you do not accept, we are always to be suffering here. There is no question of relief at all for us if we don't believe that there is a state of non-attached way of living where we will be relieved of our birth and death cycle. I think we can recite. Tadbuddhayastadaatmanah
Tadbuddhayastadatmanah
tannishta tatparayinah
tannishtastatparayanaha
gacchantya punaravrittim
gacchantya punaravrittim
jnana nirdhuta kalmashah
jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha
tadbuddhayastadaatmanah
tadbuddhayastadatmanah
tannishta tatparayinah
tannishtastatparayanaha
gacchantya punaravrittim
gacchantya punaravrittim
jnana nirdhuta kalmashah.
jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha.
How will these people be? He said in 17th shloka, if you know the Atman, you will be like this. You will shine like sun, he said in the 16th shloka. He said he will not be born again in the earth in the 17th shloka. How will they be? Arjuna had asked a question in the second chapter. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshavaha sthitadihi kim prabhasheta kim asita vrajeta kim. What is the nature of that man who is a sthita prajna, he had asked, and Krishna had explained with the 18 shlokas there. That concept is taken again. This man who is a jnani, how does he live, is beautifully explained by Krishna. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunicheva shopaketa pandita samadarshina. Underline that shloka. He is such a wonderful man when he sees an educated man, a polite man, a Brahmin. Brahmin doesn't mean caste for Krishna, it is the Atmajnana. A Brahmin, a cow, Gavi, Hastini, an elephant, Shuni, a dog, Shopaka is a dog eater. That means that low in strata of development. Pandita Samadarshinaha. These jnanis will look at them equally with all of them. Makes no difference between a jnani, brahmana, cow, and elephant, shuni, dog eater. They see all in one. It's very difficult. But here is a beautiful test which Krishna has been giving us to find out whether this man is really great or not. If he has got this character, fall at his feet. Fall at his feet. If he recognizes only when you take a big plate of fruits and money and other things to him, if he recognizes, oh, when did you come, where did you come from, and not recognize the other man who came without anything, only with devotion, that man is not enlightened at all. Enlightened man sees everyone equally. They work for Sarva Bhuta Hiterataha. Earlier it is said. They work for Loka Sangraha. They work for Atma Shuddhi. They work like Padma Patram Yamamrasa. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. In a man with high education, a polite man, a Brahmin, a cow, an elephant, I am following the words as they are, dog, a dog eater, this Pandita, this Jnani, Samadarshina, looks at them equally. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It was sometimes if they say don't come near, you are not muddy. That's what we call in our Kannada. I don't know what you said. You are ready for prayer, and if somebody comes, you don't want to touch him. So that is what we call muddy in Kannada. I don't know. The others have to take your own words, whatever you have. So that man is not good at all. He must be good. only when he sees these things. It happened even to Shankaracharya once, they say. Shankaracharya took a bath in Ganga river. He was coming with his disciples. One of the disciples saw that a man who was working in the burial ground in burning the body, he was coming downside when these people were going up. One disciple of Shankara said, "Go to the side," thinking that we are pure human beings, we don't want to go near you. That man stood, stared at the Shankaracharya. What are you referring to? Are you referring to the body or are you referring to the soul? Is my soul different from yours? The man questioned. And then Acharya realized he was also an expression of the same Shiva which he was worshipping. He begged for excuse, fell at his feet, and proceeded further. That is Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. If they make one low, if they say, no, you don't come near, you are not pure enough to come near me. If we say that, the man who is saying is not pure enough to see him. We have to think it the other way. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavyastini. I told you the other day, none of the great seers that we worship are Brahmins. This I tell you again. Rama was not a Brahmin, Krishna was not Brahmin, Vyasa was not Brahmin, Valmiki was not Brahmin, also Vishwamitra who gave us Gayatri Mantra was not a Brahmin. Whoever rises high is a Brahmin, whoever gets Atma Jnana is a Brahmin. That is the concept of Brahmin for Krishna in Bhagavad Gita at least. So we worship only those who come up and show us the way to the others. Therefore, this is a very important test for us to find out whether a man is a jnani or not. If he differentiates between this man and that man, take it that he is not that man. If he accepts everyone that comes, solves their problem, advises them, then he is good. Underline this shloka. It will come a long way. I will be coming back to this shloka many times in future reference to Bhagavad Gita also. Let's recite. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Brahmane Kavihastini
Brahmane Gavihastini
Shunichaiva Shvapake cha
Sunichaiva Swapake cha
Pandita Samadarshinaha
Pandita Samadarshinaha
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Brahmane Kavihastini
Brahmane Gavihastini
Shunichaiva Shvapake cha
Sunichaiva Swapake cha
Pandita Samadarshinaha.
Pandita Samadarshinaha.
Yaiva Tairjita Sargo Yesham Same Sthitam Manha. Cycle of birth and death will stop for him in this life only. This will be his last life. One whose mind has stood in this, that is in Atma Jnana, as he said in 16th or 17th, or he has got a behavior as said in the 18th. So that man will not be born again. Yesham samya nirdosham samam brahma tasmat brahmana steta. So Brahma is also nirdosha. This man is also nirdosha, and therefore he is equivalent with Brahma. The cycle of birth and death is 1 over here itself. Here itself means in this life itself, by those whose minds is rooted in that which is the same, everything as said in previous shlokas, 16, 17 and 18, everything. Since Brahman is free from defect, this man who has realized is also a defect-free man. He is also an absolutely free man. Therefore, is equal to that man. That's why we say saints are representatives of gods. That's why we fall at their feet. So, ihaiva tarjit. In this life only it could be possible. Ihaiva means in this life. In this life it could be possible if you can stay in samya. Samya sthitam manaha. If your mind can stay in this balanced way of living, nirdoshami samam brahma tasmat brahmane sthita. Brahma is defect free, so he is also equivalent to Brahma, and therefore he also shines, as he said, Tesham Adityo Jnanam Prakashiti Tutparam, as he said in the 16th shloka, second line. He also shines like Brahman. Ehaiva Tarjita Sargo, the cycle of birth and death is one over here itself, in this life itself. Ehaiva Tarjita Sarga. Sarga means world. World is overcome in this life itself. Yesham Samya Sthita Mana. By those whose mind stays in this condition of Sthita Prajnatva, or in this condition of Atma Jnanatva, etc., Nirdosham Samam Brahma. He is faultless. Tasmad Brahmani stays Sthita. Therefore, he also stays in Brahma. He is equal to that man. A Atma Jnani is equal to Paramatma. That's exactly the thing that we have to notice here. That's why we call Ramakrishna also Bhagavan Ramakrishna, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, and so on. So we go on giving the title Bhagavan for them. Not for any other reason. They were that great. They could see like that. They were enlightened. They could see everyone in the same manner. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Kavyastini, and therefore they are that great. I think we can recite. Yahaiva Tairjita Sargo.
Yuhevitaivyita sargo
Yesham Samye Sthitam Manaha.
yesham samye sthitam manaha
Nirdosham Samam Brahma.
nirdosham hi samam brahma
Tasmad Brahmani Te Sthitaha.
tasmad brahmani te sthitaah.
Iha iva tairjita sargo.
Yuhevitaivyita sargo
Yesham Samye Sthitam Manaha.
yesham samye sthitam manaha
Nirdosham Samam Brahma.
nirdosham hi samam brahma
Tasmad Brahmani Te Sthitaha.
tasmad brahmani te sthitaah.
We will stop at that to do the prayer, madam.
Okay. गीता महात्म्यम अथ गीता महात्म्यम गीता शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः गीताध्यानशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैसन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनं गीता सुगीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिश्रिता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिश्रितं गीता गंगोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्मप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Thank you.